Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? Welcome to our PDAC interview series here.
Hi, Gilbert. Thank you so very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Great. I know you've some of the audience, you participated a couple of our conferences last year, generating some interest. I want to maybe you can give us a brief overview to refresh some of the memories from some of the audience here.
For sure. Terra Balcanica is a junior Canadian explorer operating in southeastern Europe, specifically Serbia and Bosnia. We are listed on both the Canadian Securities Exchange under the ticker TERA, as well as on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange under the ticker UB1, that's Uniform Bravo 1. Last year has been a very exciting year for Terra Balcanica, given the fact that we have completed our phase 1 drilling program on our flagship property in Bosnia. And this year, we are looking forward to expanding on the findings from the last year, pushing ahead on phase 2 drilling program, which would be 4 times the size of the previous one. And just overall, very excited about the development and where the company is sitting at the moment.
Indeed. We'll talk about your project details, the drilling later, but maybe we just start off by maybe you can talk about the area, the region. Seems like the Bosnia is it a bit we call explored or underrated by the investors community here?
Precisely. The beauty of Bosnia and Serbia is the fact that basically they are European jurisdictions. Both countries are candidate member states for the European Union. They have extensive mining history. I mean, they've been mined since the Roman times for 2,000 years. And during the communist rule of Yugoslavia, both have been extensively well mapped and scientifically well assessed or studied. However, the exploration side left a lot to be desired. And this is exactly where Terra Balcanica and the companies such as us come into play. For example, the drilling that was conducted by the Yugoslav authorities between 1945 and 1991 was very shallow drilling. They rarely drilled at an angle. They never assayed for precious metals such as silver and gold, and rarely executed modern exploration techniques such as airborne geophysics and whatnot. And that's exactly what we have done, all of those things and many others in Eastern Bosnia and Southwestern Serbia to really, over a course of 18 to 20 months, advance these projects to the stage where we have now successfully drilled our Bosnian property, and we are about to do the same in Serbia. So great jurisdictions, well-established mining codes, plenty of relatively affordable workforce, very well-educated workforce. And, given the current position of where Europe sits and how critically it is in need of raw materials, metals, especially those ones required for the green energy transition, I think the companies such as ours that are polymetallic in nature, exploring for lead and zinc and silver and gold and antimony, copper, but also, some of the very, very sought after resources such as lithium is exactly what Europe needs right now, given the position it's in.
Yeah, you mentioned a bit about the drilling. Let's talk about the drilling results. You had some pretty exciting results recently for your flagship project, Vilgosanic project in Bosnia. Would you like to elaborate on it?
So very briefly, this is a land package of 216 square kilometers divided into 3 different license areas. All of this information obviously is available on our website, terraresources.com. And what we have done over there, as I mentioned before, we have targeted 3 different styles of mineralization. So we have a shallow, high-grade, epithermal vein-hosted, I really call it a corridor because it's a 7.2 kilometer long target zone that contains and consists of multiple different target zones called Chumavici. Then we have a Brezheny target, which is a deeper, we suspect porphyry copper target that has also yielded, I must say unexpectedly, something very nice, which is the superficial area of about 90 meters, that's 90 meters of gold mineralization starting from the surface. That mineralization is known as a skarn type mineralization, contained within rocks called hornfelses. and something that we did not expect is going to appear. Our ultimate target at Brezheny is still that conductor that sits at 450 meters depth. We have only scratched the surface there. We still haven't reached it, but that's going to be our primary focus in the 2023 drill program. We also have a third target, which is a classical porphyry copper molybdenum target called Olovine. So as you can see, all of this hard work that took place between September of 2020 and June or January of 2021 yielded these three targets. We are now beyond the phase where we have to prove the thesis. I think the thesis have been proven, and now it's just a matter of defining the grade, the size, and the geometry of these bodies.
Quite exciting indeed. So given with some of these activities coming up, does your company need to raise further capital to do that?
Yes, I mean, we certainly do. We are going to do that within next month or two. The target right now is obviously to get the share price to where we think it's a fair valuation, given these exceptional press releases that we've had. I mean, just today, on the 27th of February, we have released yet another drill intercept from the Mišković target. I would dare to say it's a world-class intercept with 11 meters running about 505 grams per ton silver equivalent, containing a rich inner zone of massive sulfides about 1.7 meter thick with over 3,000 grams per ton silver equivalent. So all of these, in my mind, set the stage for the next phase of drilling, for which we will obviously need to raise finances, but we like to do that at a price that we believe is fair, also very mindful of dilution. So we are not going to go too much too early, try to minimize the dilution, but at the same time, we absolutely do need funds. And those funds are going to be used, the use of proceeds is intended to be aimed at the phase 2 drill program, which right now is scheduled for mid-April, Q2 of this year.
Great. Looking forward to those activities. So let's, I will let you give you a chance to summarize. So why should investors consider investing into Terra at this moment, and what to look for in the next 12 months?
Right. So, I mean, couple of theses that I think your audience should consider. We are a European play, strategically positioned for the European markets. I mean, Terra Balcanica operates only about 700 kilometers away from the German auto factories that all need these critical metals. We are in a discovery stage. We have proven and significantly de-risked our projects, given the fact that on a principal flagship property, we have now confirmed mineralizations on all three targets. Our valuation relative to the rest of the world silver plays or silver explorers is still only a fraction of their market capitalization, and therefore very affordable at this stage. I hope that that's not going to be the case for too long. And ultimately, there's just so much for us working in the future. Not only do we have principal Viogorzanik project in Bosnia and two other additional licenses in Serbia, Kaludra and Ceovište, one of which is a high-grade gold target on surface, and the other one is a classic Balkan-style lead, zinc, silver. But we are also seriously considering entering the lithium market space by currently assessing the best location within Bosnia and Herzegovina that would position Terra as a lithium explorer. What kind of deposits, what kind of lithium deposits are we looking for? Well, something akin and similar to what Rio Tinto has discovered in Serbia, the Jadar deposit. So these are sediment-hosted lithium deposits where lithium is contained within these borosilicates, usually miocene basements, close to fractionated granitic complexes. And I think we have a few locations in Bosnia and Herzegovina that exactly are candidates for these kind of deposits. And we are hoping to, within next month and a half to 2 months, be in a position to acquire at least 1 or 2 licenses in the lithium space. That would truly make Terra Balcanica exposed not only to precious metal basket like silver and gold, not only to the energy critical metals such as zinc and copper, but also to very, very in-demand resource such as lithium, therefore completing the full circle of being not only multi-jurisdictional, but also truly polymetallic explorer right in the heart of Europe.
So thank you, Alex, for your time here with us. Thank you for giving us a really good update about Terra today.
Thank you so much, Gilbert. I look forward to being with you again.
Thank you.